Alright, Jason, have you got a message for the fans?
I'm back. I'm back, bitches.
Hello and welcome to the Sweet Connection. I'm your host, Kat. With me today, again, is my co-host. It's Jason Lewis. Jason, how you doing?
Yeah, very good, thank you, mate. Very good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good.
Good. Thanks for having me back.
That's fine. How did you enjoy the first taste of podcasting last week?
Oh, it was very good. I love listening to my own voice. I've listened to the show about 3 or 4 times. So
have you really?
Yeah. So
that is so depressing.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah. So
I really enjoyed it.
Is it weird you being on iTunes, which is
no?
Basically
I've always
what
had dreams that I'd be a theatre selling, stadium selling, singer-songwriter. So
yeah,
it was always going to happen. But
okay,
down the podcast,
I'm pretty sure that you're still not.
Well, soon I will be.
That's good. So, what did your family members think of the podcast?
Well, my mum did listen, as I told you, but she turned it off partway through because she was really upset with my swearing. So
really,
I vowed to not swear
on this podcast. Time, okay.
Whilst you open up a can of Carling.
I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to swear, am I?
Yeah, if you want.
If you want to keep your mum as a listener, then we'll have to, maybe stop swearing.
Stop your fucking swearing.
Even though I did have to stop a few of our more explicit swear words, I had to edit them out. So, but that's fine. That's fine. So yeah, I've got a beer here, and you have a cup of tea.
Yes.
Which shows how old you are.
Oh, well, I'm also hungover today.
You're such a party boy. Why are you hungover? What happened last night?
I went to a family member's 40th birthday party yesterday, and someone come for lemonades were £2.65. So I thought it was rude to not have 10 of them.
You had 10 of them?
Yeah.
Were they singles or doubles?
I had 2 singles. No, I had 8 doubles.
You had 8 doubles?
No, I didn't. I had 8. Oh, I'm struggling today. 8 singles and 2 doubles.
Oh, that's a lot.
So
that's it's a lot
of
lemonade.
And then some mojitos when I got home.
You have mojitos?
Yeah.
I had some margaritas last week because we went to Chiquitos, which is where I nicked that sombrero from.
I'm going to wear it.
That's fine. Yes, you wear a sombrero. That's fine. I mean,
for the rest of the show, you have to call me Juan.
Juan podcast.
Just Juan podcast.
Juan podcast. Yeah, let's not do that.
I can't reach to put it back.
That's fine. I had some nice margaritas.
Ooh.
Now, well, say nice. I fucking ate margaritas.
It surprises me as you're a beer man.
Yeah, well, I'll have a beer here. You know what I mean?
You're the kind of person that has a special brew at 10 a.m.
I don't have a special brew, although I do brew my own special beer, as we know.
Uncle Catter's.
Sorry?
Uncle Catter's.
Uncle Catter's, yeah. So, which I usually have at my barbecues. It's actually pretty cheap to brew your own beers. It isn't that expensive. I mean, like, after you've bought the kit, you then only have to buy the ingredients, and it's only about £20, and you can brew like 40 bottles of it.
Oh, wow.
So it is actually better value than actually drinking normal lager.
Sweet Connection, sponsored by Uncle Catter's beer.
Now, that is actually sponsorship, which we could do. However,
you'd just be paying yourself.
It's just me paying myself. So I'm not sure whether it's worth the paperwork. It's me paying myself.
Wow. So go for it.
Okay. So your standard drink on a night out is the Southern Comfort lemonade.
Yes.
I do vaguely recall buying you quite a lot at your stag do.
Yes. Yeah.
Should we talk about your stag do?
Yeah. That was a fun night. It was
a fun night. Yeah.
It was a very calm night, which I thought was quite good. But as you said, I had a lot of Southern Comfort. No strippers.
Yeah. No go-karting.
The main guest list was you and my wife's relatives. And
I was your only
friend. Yeah.
Only friend who turned up.
Fuck the rest of them.
What friends?
Yeah, exactly.
Real
but no, it was very fun. There was a fight. There was some drama. Yeah.
Was I there for that?
No, I think you were there.
I would have remembered.
It was outside. Anyway, Jamie pushed his kid over and he went flying. And,
pushed his kid?
Well, I say kid. He's the same age as me, but he's like half the size of me.
Okay. So the lesson is to always pick fights with people much smaller than you.
Yeah, that's how you're going to win.
That is how you're going to win. Okay, that's fair enough.
Or run away, like I said last show.
Run away. In a versus thing, you said run away.
Yeah.
That's how you fight. So what beers would you drink if you had to drink beer?
Well, I was playing football last week, and at the end of the game, they gave us some free beer vouchers, which, for me is
free beer
absolutely
vouchers?
Yeah, because if
That's
you pay,
pretty good.
Well, if you pay, obviously, our games are like £4.50 a week, but if you pay a fiver, they give you some vouchers at the end, so it's not great. And I had.
Is this five-a-side football or is it full-side?
Yeah, five-a-side.
Is it at goals?
Yes.
Yeah,
I play on the Tuesday league.
I've played goals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any good? Are you any good?
I'm quite good. I'm the goalkeeper.
You're in goal.
I'm quite. I mean, you're only as good as the four in front of you, I say. Last season in Division 2, we came second in the league, and then first year in Division 1, we got relegated. So,
Okay.
Here and there.
Yeah.
Here and there. But we're playing against, our outfield players, we've probably got about two of them who can play really well football-wise. And then the rest, everyone's unfit. Then you come against these teams that are like semi-pro and they're using it as like their training for the weekend games. And it's just, you come up against some really good players. So
that's
our excuse.
Yeah, because I have played at goals in the work league.
Just spilled some tea on you.
See, this is only the second show where we've had tea and you've already spilled it. This is why we've never had tea. Is that okay?
Yeah, well, you're not going to pay Paul on this table, are you?
Probably not, no. Anyway, as I was saying, I used to play in the work leagues at goals. I was in goal like you.
Okay.
It was actually pretty good. We won our league, I think. Then we went up to League One, and then we stopped playing, I think.
Once you think, or they just played without you?
No, I think that the team disbanded because I left that workplace.
Oh,
and frankly, I was the heart and soul of the team. So after the King leaves,
Captain Lee the legend,
Captain leaves, right? They just all disbanded. But yeah, it's pretty rough though, isn't it? Some teams you play against.
The violence that you get. Obviously, as we spoke last show, I don't handle violence or stress very well. And sometimes the game gets really heated, and when you're in goals, you don't really get involved that much.
Yeah.
But on pitch, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Don't enjoy it at all.
Elbows, knees, the
odd kick in the shins. But luckily, when you're in goal, no one will come in your area, can they? So no one will come up to you. But
yeah, true. However, once I had just let a goal in, and the ball had basically rolled out of the net, and the striker who scored in celebration just booted the ball into my face.
Oh my god!
I think it was by accident because he was very, very sorry. But the crowd, but the people,
the subs,
the 4 people watching were just like, "Gee, come on, referee!" And my team
were just shit, aren't they, at five-a-side.
Were a bit peeved, but I think he didn't mean it on purpose. He's meant to hit it out of celebration and just end up going straight into my face from point blank range.
God,
but it was fine. It was fine.
I've only done that for the shot, for the goal.
It's fine. It's fine. I only cried for 5 minutes. So, and that's the mark of a true man.
Good.
But anyway, we've got a new logo. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but I literally got us a new logo today.
No. Well, this is the first time I spoke to you today, so no, I didn't.
Shall I show you our new logo?
Yes, please.
That's our new logo.
I love it. That's
Sweet
good,
connection, yeah.
Enjoy your
Sweet connection, and it's got some men headbutting each other, I think.
You get some biscuits on there, because the biscuits on this show are really good.
Biscuits.
Last week it was Jaffa cakes.
Yes, which are famously cakes, not biscuits, okay? Don't be saying...
And this week we've got some...
They had a lawsuit.
Call it Bourbon cakes.
Bourbon cakes. No, they had a lawsuit where they had to argue if they were cakes or biscuits, and it turns out they're cakes.
Here's a question for you.
Because cakes are soft when they're in date, and then they go hard and stale, whereas biscuits are hard when they're in date, and then they go soft.
Okay.
So they are mini cakes, Jaffa cakes. Hence why in their name they literally have the word cake.
Okay. Pringles. Are they crisps?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Are they cakes? That's the big question.
So sometimes people say they're not crisps, but then what are they? What else could they be?
Who says they're not crisps?
I don't know, I've heard it.
Fucking lunatics. Who have you been talking to?
Lunatics.
If I can get them on the show. Are Pringles crisps or cakes? Email in. Anyway, shall we...
Okay.
I don't know. Well, they're certainly crisps.
Yeah, they're definitely crisps.
Shall we talk about some of the things that happened after our last episode? Because we talked ad nauseum about gorillas and being kicked in the head by a horse.
Yes.
And then you texted me saying that your wife's boss's daughter has been kicked by a horse.
It's quite funny, isn't it? And then you tagged me something on Facebook about a gorilla perfectly clenching a fist before it hit a photographer.
Correct.
Which is just
so the
absolute
photo
madness.
of the gorilla is just a very angry gorilla mid-swing.
And if you remember last week at the show, I did ask, can a gorilla actually clench a fist properly? And turns out they can.
I'm pretty sure that I also said that they could last week as well.
Well, I never believe what you say.
Well,
but yeah, no, that was quite funny. It was a day after the show.
Yeah, and it both happened.
Both the day after the show. But unfortunately, the girl that got hit.
Is the person all right?
A few broken ribs, potential
ribs?
punctured lung. But
what actually,
quite funny though, isn't it?
What actually happened?
The story what I've been told, because it was someone spooked.
Was she asking for it? Or
no, she was riding her horse.
Unprovoked attack.
Well, it was provoked, but she was riding her horse, and someone came up behind her and provoked the horse. The other horse ran off, chucked her off in front of this other horse, and this other horse kicked her.
So she gets chucked off one horse, straight into the path of another horse.
Chucked off by her own horse into
it was like a fucking double T wrestling move.
It was,
wasn't it?
But, no, I laughed because obviously we spoke about the show, but then I got told off for laughing. So.
By whom?
My wife.
My wife. I mean, it is pretty funny.
But then she listened to the show, and then it all made sense.
Oh, okay. So, and she's now fine with it, or are you going to get in trouble when she listens to this?
Nah, she'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
She will not be fine. Absolutely not. So, it was Halloween last week.
Yes.
What are your opinions on All Hallows Eve? AKA Halloween.
I think it's fun. I don't know, because it's fun, when you're like 5 years old. But then you scare them like you're supposed to. And then they don't like it anymore. So, I don't know. It's very, let's get our kids obese, isn't it? By giving them sweets and stuff.
That's true.
And then the kids don't understand trick or treat. They knock on the door and say trick or treat. And then they say trick. And they're just stuck.
Nothing happens,
so
they hadn't planned anything.
No. It's nice.
But then you run the risk of them throwing eggs at your house if you don't give them sweets. I mean,
well, when the purge comes, they'll be the first to get attacked.
When the purge comes. Great. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of Halloween. I mean, I do enjoy it more now as an adult because it's an excuse to dress up and go get drunk.
Unless you go to a kid's Halloween party, then you just look awful, don't you?
Sorry?
Unless you go to a kid's Halloween party, then you just look awful.
Yeah, just like one grown man.
Yeah.
With like a room full of kids.
Well, to be fair, we went to a kid's Halloween
like
party.
Rolf Harris. Or Jimmy Savile.
I mean, did you see there was there
are still costumes.
Yeah, Leeds United fan went to a game as Jimmy Savile and got kicked out.
Did he?
Yeah. Because they played on Halloween, I think.
You shouldn't kick him out, I don't think.
No, but it's quite funny though, isn't it?
Just
jingle jangle.
Just give him, just like a little shake of the head.
Yeah.
You shouldn't.
Just at least tell him to take the wig off on Saturday.
Yeah.
But
Oh
well.
And don't smoke that cigar in here, okay? Because it's a non-smoking
stadium.
Okay, so you
give
can't
me the
smoke that cigar,
wig.
right?
Yeah. There you go.
But so if you were in a horror film,
oh god, okay,
which isn't The Purge,
okay.
Let's not say the words purge in this segment, all right? If you were in a horror film, what sort of character archetype would you be?
First to be killed.
Would you first to be killed?
I'll answer that one straight away.
And would you? Okay, so you wouldn't survive.
No way.
Okay. First to be killed. Usually, the hot girl is the first to be killed.
Exactly.
The hot
one of the film gets killed first.
That's correct. Yeah. I don't think you're first. I think you're probably second.
Okay. I'll be the death where you watch it and you're like, don't go in there, don't go in that room, do not open that door, don't go in there. And I'm like, hi guys. And then, boom, dead.
Are you drunk or stoned at this point? Because usually there's a guy who's stoned or drunk.
Let's go for drunk.
Who
drugs are bad. Drugs are for mugs. So.
Drugs are for mugs. Okay, so you're drunk and you walk into like a room and there's like a big scary door and you're a bit pissed and you've got like a Southern Comfort and Coke in your hand.
Tasty.
And you then open the door and it's like a 7-foot serial killer.
And then I drop my drink.
You drop your drink.
And I'm like, oh no, licking it off the floor. And then they just pile drives my face into the broken glass. Dead.
And he slits your throat with your broken Southern Comfort and lemonade.
Done.
Is that? Yeah. Well, it's a pretty good way to go though.
Yeah. Less stressful, I think.
If you being dead is certainly less stressful. Yeah, I think I wouldn't survive because I think I'm the person who, if it's like a supernatural killer,
Yeah.
I'm the person who doesn't believe it's a supernatural killer and believes there's like a logical explanation for all of this. And then I turn around and get my head cut off. Either that, or we and the group have to like run to the car. I get there first. I get in the car. I lock the doors. I drive off, and then I turn around, and the killer's in the back seat.
That's what you get for screwing over your team.
And then you just see like the car like veer, just crash into a tree. And you say, "Yeah, he's dead."
Yeah, thank God for that. That prick.
So that's who I think.
That's yeah. You try and win up the rest of the team, and then that happens.
What's your favourite horror film?
I avoid them because they're very scary.
They're very stressful.
What I've watched what's the one? Freddy Krueger. I watched that one. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Which one? There's like 13 of them.
I watched.
There's the remake, or was it the original?
Yeah, it was definitely a remake. It was a more modern one.
Yeah, I saw that.
I watched a different sort of one. Have you seen Unfriended?
Oh, that sounds fucking dreadful.
It's all about social media, obviously. And they're in like a group chat. I watched it. This is one of the first films I watched with my wife, and
was she scared of it?
She was. Funny story. We watched it, and we were sort of.
I'll judge if it's funny.
Yeah, okay. We're sort of cuddled up watching the film, and then it said they're in a group chat, and they're taking the piss out of someone who killed themselves because of obviously how horrible social media is and all this lot.
And it is.
And no spoilers, but something happens, and then like the screen goes, and it's like a loud noise.
Right.
And then the people that are in the group chat obviously like Skyping each other so you can see them.
No one has like a constant Skype group call.
No, never.
No one does. Never. I have never Skyped.
I remember sort of being on MSN and sort of doing it with random people, and then you're like, picking your nose at your desk, and all of a sudden you're like, oh god, 3 people are watching me. But yeah, in the film they're somehow like forcing themselves to be killed. Like obviously something supernatural is getting over them, and the screen goes blank, and then like obviously a jump scare happens, and then my wife sort of went oh like that, and sort of she had her phone in her hand, and she whacked me around the head with her phone, and I'm pretty sure she gave me concussion.
Okay.
That
sort of explains a lot about your personality since.
So that's why we don't watch scary films.
Why you're slightly
because I get hurt.
Because you get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it a good film, Unfriended?
I didn't enjoy it. It was a very poor quality.
Was it a supernatural killer, or was
it was? Or
was it like one of the killers was like one of the kids in the?
Nah, it was like the ghost of the girl that killed themselves because of bullying come back to get them. Like one of the people that died, were putting their hand in a blender and then stuff like that.
That wouldn't kill you.
Well, I don't know. Might it? If you do it for long enough.
No.
The blood loss.
Maybe the blood loss. Yeah. Either that, or you just die from stress.
Yeah.
Which is what you would do.
That's what happened to me. Well, I wouldn't bully anyone, so it wouldn't happen to me.
You wouldn't. You are the worst bully. Remember when we were in BTEC Sport?
I was BTEC Sport Student of the Year, just to remind you.
Even though I got a higher grade than you did.
Well, I put in the effort.
I got a distinction star.
If you remember, I was thinking about BTEC Sport.
You only got like a mere distinction. I got a distinction star.
I was thinking about BTEC Sport the other day, and do you remember our first ever lesson? The PE teacher wouldn't let me take part in the class because I didn't get a C at GCSE PE. I got a D, unfortunately.
God, how did you get a D?
I don't know.
PE's easy.
I know. But she wouldn't let me in the class because I didn't get it. However, there was like 4 students in our class that didn't even do GCPE, and they're allowed in the group. And I was just thinking about that the other day. I was thinking, what a bitch that teacher was. She hated me, didn't she, because of that? Yeah. And then I was allowed in.
And she loved me as well, didn't
she? And then I was allowed in, and then she was proper grooming you.
I was a little teacher's pet, wasn't I?
You weren't there for one lesson, and someone couldn't answer one of her questions, and she goes, "Oh, well, if Ben was here, he'd get the answer." And like one of those voices, I was just thinking, "You're such a twat. I hate you." And then
me or the teacher?
No, the teacher. You're all right because I used to give me the answers, but but no, as I said, I got BTEC Sports Student. I still got Student of the Year, coaching the Year 8 school football team to the cup final.
Did you?
Yeah, they're my boys.
And did you win the cup final?
No.
No one comes second.
No one remembers the loser, but they always remember the manager.
Who lost,
but they still remember him. But
it's the first time you have ever came second, Jason, isn't it?
Yeah.
Usually you're all for coming first, aren't you? And I'm not talking about football. But we have just lost your mum as a listener.
Yeah. Bye, mum. What were we talking about anyway? We're talking about BTEC Sport.
BTEC Sport, yeah.
But why were we talking about? But anyway, yeah, the teacher was a bitch. if she's listening.
No, she's definitely not listening.
No, good.
Has she moved on, do you reckon, from me, or I don't
know.
I always hold a place in her heart?
Do you remember
Does she have like one person per year?
Oh, I don't know, because
and
even in her second year, she loved us. But do you remember the day that she found out you had a girlfriend?
Yeah,
who was also
in the
my
current girlfriend?
Yeah, who was in our BTEC sport class.
Yeah, and direct competition.
And we were at an event, weren't we? We were at a sixth form event where we were helping
to help run.
Adults were learning difficulties, weren't it? Playing table cricket and stuff, which I thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah,
that was
table
good.
Cricket.
That was good. Yeah. And we were like, "Miss, did you know Ben's got a girlfriend?" And she was like, "Oh."
She looked like actually visibly annoyed.
And then she went to you, didn't she? Turned to you and went, "Have you, Ben?" And you were like, "Yeah, it's Laura." And then
I don't
Laura
think
was
I have to actually tell you, Miss.
And then the look of disappointment on her face.
Yeah,
you definitely got groomed.
I didn't get groomed. She didn't, ask me to do anything, did she?
Wow.
Just that. Obviously, I just pull all the milfs, don't I?
Oh, I won't call her a milf. She's a bitch.
She was alright, wasn't she? She wasn't too bad.
Nah, she was awful.
She was
a horrible person. But if you're listening, Miss, thanks for making me BTEC Sports Student of the Year. It really means a lot to me. And I still have a certificate up in my bedroom.
Framed in your bedroom.
For my master year of my 90% win success rate as football manager.
That isn't bad, though.
That isn't it? Good.
It's a shame that you then stopped.
Yeah, well, yeah. Selling houses were more important.
But then after BTEC Sport, you then did have a go at them running your own
football
coaching.
I did,
which actually went on far longer than I thought it would go on.
It went on for about a year. Then because of work and I couldn't put enough energy and commitment into it. I mean, the customers weren't right, but I feel like if I'd done it now with the know-how of advertising like Facebook and stuff, I think it could be quite successful because it was a good idea. It's football training for kids and their parents. What was it called again? It was called Two Could Play That Game.
That's
football
good,
coaching for parent and child, which is quite a nice idea.
That's
but
a good idea,
at the time, I didn't rightly know the best way to promote a business and stuff. I could do it now, but
if only you had a podcast back then, Jason.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you could be a self-made man.
Yeah, well, Jason Lewis Estate Agents is up and coming. So,
really?
Soon.
Is that the goal?
Yeah.
To have your own estate agent?
That's next. Get the baby out of the way.
Get the baby out of the way. Really, though?
Watch this space. Watch this space. I've got 2 backers.
2 backers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it your mum and your wife?
No. Rich men.
Rich men.
That's the best way to get stuff done.
I bet they'll groom you for money.
I'm grooming them for money.
You're grooming the old paedophile.
Nah, they're it's a very exciting opportunity. But as I said, my boss isn't listening.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah. You just get fired on air. It'd be great if you...
Hold on, my phone's just gone off.
Jason...
Don't come in tomorrow.
You'll still come in tomorrow.
Oh, no.
Now you're a full-time podcast host.
Hello.
Which doesn't pay money. Right. It's going to be firework night tomorrow.
I thought it was tonight.
No. It's the 5th of November. What? Remember, the 5th of November.
Clearly,
Gunpowder, treason and plot.
Clearly, I don't remember.
Well, yes, that's because you're uneducated, Jason. So,
went to the same school as you?
Yeah, well, I got a distinction star there. So, what is fireworks night, Jason? Why don't you explain what fireworks night is?
Well, officially is to celebrate, the foiled plot to bomb government, isn't it? Yes. By a gentleman called Guy Fawkes. It wasn't his idea, was it? But someone told him to do it or something, wasn't it? Or was it the way around?
I think it was his idea.
His idea, and he made someone else. I don't know.
Yeah.
He got caught planting bombs underneath Parliament, so to celebrate, we set off colourful, bombs in our garden.
Yeah, which are really, really annoying and very loud.
Oh, you just heard one now?
Scare my dog. Yeah, I'm going to have to edit them out of this show.
Yeah, well, hopefully your microphone is a good quality. They didn't pick it up.
I fucking hate fireworks.
It's a nice get together, but what I find really stupid, this is I hate this idea, is you pay, say, I think the ticket prices are £10 to go in a field to watch the fireworks be set off the sky.
When you could watch them slightly...
if you could just
out of the boundary.
You could stand outside the field where you don't have to pay £10 and watch the same fireworks because they go up in the sky, which everyone can see. Stupid idea.
It is a bad
Stupid idea.
Yeah, I'm not even sure that you should be allowed to buy fireworks privately. I think it should be...
Like you see about selling Morrison's and stuff, don't you?
I don't trust people with explosives.
It's
Call
weird,
me old-fashioned, right? People are idiots, all right? All it takes is like one firework to just like tilt in the ground. Suddenly, now it's a fucking RPG.
Yeah. Well, your American listeners are getting a bit confused because they can just go and buy guns from their supermarkets. That doesn't make sense.
Let's not rip into our American listeners, Jason. All listeners are equal, okay? But yeah, I'm not a massive fan of fireworks tonight.
I enjoy the show. I enjoy looking at them, but it's cold, and as you said, they scare animals. But yeah, I agree. I don't think they should be sold privately in shops. I mean, the only way that they could do it is if you have local clubs run events like we do here in Venus. I think there's two, isn't there, companies that only do them.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, because I heard one story, it is what my friend told me, of a guy who lit a firework in his back garden. It didn't go off. So what he did is that he went over to it and then stood over it. And then it went off, and it went off into his eye. Now, he was saved by his contact lens, stopping it from actually burning his eyeball. So he was actually okay. But
still an idiot, though.
He's still an idiot for bending over and looking directly at a still lit firework. This is why I don't trust people.
No, me neither. I
barely trust people with cars, let alone explosives.
I think in my lifetime, we've only ever had sprinklers in our own garden.
I'm fine with sprinklers.
Yeah, sprinklers are fine.
Not a problem. I mean,
as long as you wear gloves.
Still a fire hazard, but that's fine. Yeah. It's your own house will be burning down.
But I've never had fireworks in my house.
Throws a sprinkler, right?
No.
They just
unless it's getting close to your hand and you're like, oh shit, I'm not wearing gloves.
So you just
lob it in a bucket of water.
Yeah.
That's about as far as I got.
So you just throw it into a big heap of straw.
Yeah.
Just like catches fire. And then your guy Fawkes.
Yes. Yeah.
I think that the whole bombing of Parliament actually sounds alright about now, doesn't it? I've got no problem with just Parliament exploding. I hope that...
Might as well just start again, really, might we?
I hope that MI5 doesn't listen to this and then bust in my door for thinking that I'm
well, they are
terrorism.
Listening. They are listening.
They're always listening, aren't they?
I hate that. That our phones always listen to us.
Basically, every single thing that you do on your phone, every Facebook message as well, and that is a fact. They can see them.
I mean, even we do that for our advertising for work.
Okay, good, fine.
You're
part of the problem there, aren't you?
Yeah, but if you, obviously we, on our Facebook page, we upload videos, and on the tags of the videos, you can put in keywords that people have put on their Facebook. So, for example, we put a video up, and the key tags will be house, moving house, right move, and all these lot. And anyone who uses right move in their search bar on their chat bar, the video come up on their timeline, which is absolute madness, really. But the worst one, I mean, I hate this. At
least you're not actually reading their messages.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm using their keywords. It's just amazing they get the ideas. I mean, obviously, as I said quite a few times, I'm having a baby, which is exciting.
Oh, get over it.
But on my Facebook, the only adverts...
Well done. You have functioning sperm. What do you want, a fucking medal?
Yes. But on my Facebook, the only adverts I get now are from life insurance companies. And it's called Tom Life Insurance. And the line of the advert I get... I don't know. The line I get this advert all the time, and it's like, Jack wishes his dad had life insurance. Well, I doubt it. I think Jack wishes his dad was alive, not he got money out of his death. But that's the only adverts I get. Obviously, scaring me to get life insurance. It's like
I've got life insurance. It's really concerning. Laura, because me and Laura both have it for the house for the mortgage. And it's weird because if I die, Laura gets the entire mortgage paid off. So Laura has got a pretty solid motive to murder me.
Yeah.
So if I die in unexplained circumstances, all right, if there are no new episodes published in 3 weeks, listeners, please contact the police. Laura is the prime suspect.
You got quite a big back garden as well. You could get buried in that quite easily.
Yeah. Actually, yes, that's a very good idea. Yeah. So I would first check under the decking, or if not, check in the pond. Just because it's barely big enough for a small person.
The perfect way to get rid of a body is to buy a pig.
Feed
a pig will buy everything,
pigs.
Won't they?
Feed it to pigs, yeah.
Yeah.
Feed it to
they'll eat everything.
You have to feed it to several pigs, I think.
Yeah, but there was something like that. Well, that farmer who got rid of a body, and the pig ate everything but the belt.
Like the belt.
Yeah, so she dumps your body in the garden and feeds to the pigs. Make sure that you're not wearing a belt.
Yeah.
If you're listening, Laura.
Which she's not, as
she just said.
She doesn't listen to the show.
Listen to the first two, then gave up.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine. It's what, you know what, that is actually more than I expected.
Love and support.
Yeah. All right, Jason, I've got a question for you.
Okay.
What grinds your gears? What things annoy you? Don't say stress. Say actual specific.
What annoys me? Well, like I just said, Facebook ads. That really annoys me. That they listen to my conversations. What really annoys me are people that don't say thank you in the car when you sort of give way to them.
You let them go.
Yeah. Oh, that infuriates
me. Is them to lift one finger.
Just one thing, or just a little nod of the head. Just say, yeah, thanks.
I'm just asking
or
for
what
one
really
finger.
Annoys me is it's during the daytime. Yeah. In the daytime when they flash their lights, that pisses me off. Because it's like, cheers, didn't need that. But if people don't say thank you when you let them go or give way to them, can really just piss off. When some of their snotty old people, that really pisses me off.
Yeah, fuck you, old people.
Not all of them though. Some of them are quite sweet. Anyway, what grinds your gears?
Grinds my gears. Faffing. Faffing.
Oh, is there something else?
Fapping. No, I don't like people who faff and dilly-dally.
Are you just moaning about Laura again?
I'm not. No, I mean, that is who I was thinking of. But just in general, just like they can't do anything quick because they're always just faffing about.
So I used to be indecisive once.
Yeah, actually, yeah. That's the word. Indecisive people. Right?
But now I'm not so sure.
He's here all week.
But
just make a fucking decision. Or if you ask someone a yes or no question and they just cannot answer, I can basically pretty much answer most questions yes or no within about 10 seconds max.
Yeah.
I do not understand how people just cannot.
The worst one is, where do you want to go for dinner?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. You decide. How about here? No. That is awful. Do you know what also gets on my nerves? People who repeat themselves. Oh, yeah. My dad is bad at this. He'll say something to me.
You what, sorry?
My dad is bad at repeating himself to me.
You what, sorry? I got in there, folks.
Shut up!
Shots fired.
That's really bad. Like he'll ask me to do something, and then he'll remind me 10 times that I need to do it. And it's like, yes, I heard you the first 9 times.
I think it's just a dad's thing.
Yeah, maybe. But
actually, because it
really annoys me.
I had to help strip some wallpaper with my dad yesterday.
That's quite a manly job.
Have you ever had to do that? Ever had to strip wallpaper?
No.
Okay, basically, it's a pain in the ass because you have to have a steamer.
Yeah.
Okay, so you hold the steamer on the wall for 30 seconds to get it all wet. Then you get the scraper and you start scraping it off, right? So it's hot. It takes fucking ages.
Hot and steamy with your dad.
Hot and steamy with dad. But to make it worse, my dad kept on farting next to me as well. So it was we were 3 feet apart, crammed into this corner trying to get all the wallpaper off. And it was hot and steamy, and he's just giving me rotten ass, and it mixed with the steam, so it was a hot smell as well.
Ooh.
And it just made the day drag on.
That sounds magical.
Anyway,
vile.
I saw my first Christmas advert today.
We got our first Christmas card the other day.
Your first Christmas card?
Yes.
Oh, that blows my anecdote out of the water.
Do you want to know something awful? And you're going to get a bit angry about this. But my dear loving wife has already done all her Christmas shopping and has already wrapped the presents.
Wow.
And this time last year, our tree was already up.
It was already in November.
Yeah.
It's November the 4th.
As soon as Halloween was out of the way, she put our Christmas tree up. This year, though, I worked around it by telling her that we can have a real Christmas tree. Obviously, you can't get them until first week of December.
That's devious.
So
that's devious.
That's smart. But yeah, she's already got all our Christmas presents for everybody and wrapped them, and they are ready to be distributed.
I think Laura has bought everything. She hasn't wrapped them all yet.
She was just bored and wrapped them all. But then again, money saving.
When do you use your shopping? For when do you do it?
I'll do it at the start of the month, end of November pay. Use it for December.
That's exactly what I do.
That is the right way.
You don't have to do it in November or October.
No. But at least she's done it all, and I'd have to do it. The only person who hasn't got any Christmas presents yet is her, because I've got to buy them. So
yes, I haven't bought Laura a single thing. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to get her either, because it's always difficult buying for women. You surely have an easier time because
everything's been done
because you have a kid on the way as well, so you can buy.
No, because this year, this Christmas is her. No, that's already been done. Okay. Honestly, we're ready. No, but this is her last Christmas, so she wants to be
her last Christmas.
her last Christmas as a
non-mother.
As a non-mother, thank you. I was going to say a single lady, but that's not right.
No.
So, I
bet she wishes she was.
But she wants, and I think it's quite fair. This Christmas is pretty much just about her. And no baby-related presents for her because...
You
know what I mean?
I see, yeah.
So, and, my argument to my dad for the last sort of 10 years has been that, his other kids have already got kids, so I don't deserve a worse Christmas because I don't have kids. That argument's out the window after this year, so I'm expecting a bumper Christmas as well. What's on your Christmas wish list?
Basically, I've already told Laura directly what I want for birthday and Christmas because it is my birthday in 10 days, actually.
Oh, yeah.
You're
going to do a Sweet Connections birthday special where we have, where we're a bit pissed up and then we record what we're talking about. That could get very...
It's on a Wednesday.
That could get very, very controversial, that episode. Yeah. That's an idea.
We should certainly do one episode on a Saturday night where we get
a bottle of Southern Comfort. Some sweet Uncle Catter's beer.
You have to have drunk half the bottle of that before we record.
Sorted.
I'll have, 7 or 8 cans.
Oh my God.
And then we record. You know what, right? I bought a big pack of beer last night, okay? I didn't actually go out, and I just had a few beers, and then I checked in the morning, I'd had 8.
We're on your second can now, so be careful.
I had 8, on a casual night, and I didn't even feel it. I was a bit I was like, what?
The worst thing is if you wake up and put it in your cornflakes.
I've never put Carling in my cornflakes, but
then you've got a problem when that happens.
Beer in cornflakes. No, I've heard of putting Baileys in your cornflakes.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
Yeah, it's from Jimmy Carr, I think.
I was on Fresh Meat when I saw it.
Fresh Meat?
Baileys and Weetabix.
Baileys and Weetabix?
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I like Baileys.
I just come from an Indian and they gave me a Baileys at the end. Did they? Yeah, rank. Not for me. No.
Not for you.
Not for me. But no, next show.
Is that the drink or the Indians?
Very lovely food, a very lovely service. Okay. The Baileys is not for me.
Fortunately, we don't have any listeners from India, so you can salt them away.
Oh. That's a shame, isn't it?
It is a shame.
It is a shame.
It's a big market.
There's 2 billion people living in India, so isn't none of them listening to the show.
It's not 2 billion people.
Wow, it's a lot though, isn't it? It's a billion?
Yeah.
So
over 1 billion, yeah.
Yeah, so closer to 2 billion.
We have to get them
billion.
and China on our side.
And North Korea.
We have to be
then we'll be well away, won't we?
I don't think North Korea have podcasts. North Korea don't even have
their own internet today. It's like
internet or houses or anything.
Yeah.
I very much doubt the Sweet Connection will get past their censors. Okay, so we have to don't say anything bad about China, so that it then gets through their censors, so then we can then go into the Chinese market.
All right.
And then
if we tap that side of the market, we'll be well away.
Get that sweet yen.
Also, they need to know how to speak English or listen into English because I can't speak Mandarin. So. Or Indian.
Yes, but I think most people in the world can speak English, which is why I refuse to.
Which is amazing because we struggle.
Well, it isn't really our fault that they all speak English because, if they didn't, then I would try and learn another language. But if you go abroad and you try to learn a little bit of their language and then you struggle to say it, then they just answer you in perfect English. So I think, what's the fucking point?
Yeah.
I've done that. I went to Spain, to the Netherlands, and I tried to learn it like a little,
As long as you say thank you, and hello.
Hello, how are you? I'm Ben or whatever. And I struggled through that, and they just said, "Oh, good for you," and then walked off.
Gold star for trying.
Yeah.
But getting back to the original subject, what is on your Christmas wish list?
I wanted... that was quite a tangent.
It was.
Yeah. I wanted some new squash shoes, because my current squash shoes have just disintegrated.
They've squashed.
Some squash shoes. I want an electric razor.
Oh.
For my face, obviously. Face.
And bikini.
And or testicles. Speaking of facial hair, you've got an unusual facial hair, haven't you, Jason?
Well,
You've got a moustache and a soul patch.
I've got it is Movember.
I didn't think it would be possible to make your face more creepy, but you've really outdone yourself.
See, facial hair is not my strong point. I get a lot of sort of neck hair.
What is your strong point? Selling houses, talking shit.
Keep going. But facial hair is not my strong point, and I often get just a bit of neck hair and a bit of bum fluff on my face, really. But this is the first.
I wasn't sure where you were going to go with that.
Movember where I've got some sort of hair on my face, so I thought when I shave.
It's only the 4th, and you have actually got a pretty decent moustache.
It's not bad, is it? I do get told I look like Freddie Mercury, which is quite fitting for the time of his film coming out.
Yeah.
I often
have you got AIDS?
No.
Okay.
I'm not South African, and I can't sing, so I'm not ticking any of the boxes.
Okay, would you be willing to get AIDS to then look more like
definitely not, no. Oh, 100% no. No.
You'd be fine with AIDS, I'm pretty sure that they've got drugs now where you can basically live like a normal life with AIDS.
Yeah, but you wouldn't still want it, would you? Let's be honest.
Well, it's always better to have something and then not to use it than to not have it, right? Always be prepared.
I don't think that goes into the same category.
You never know when you're going to have to use your AIDS. Alright? Anyway,
too far. But yeah, next show, let's get pissed up, and then that'll be quite funny. If I'm allowed back, that is.
You're allowed back. Yeah,
I'm amazed I'm allowed back for this one. To be honest.
Anyway, moving on. I saw quite a weird thing the other day. It was on Mexican television.
Okay.
And
how have you got access to Mexican television?
I didn't actually watch it on Mexican. I watched it on YouTube.
Oh, right. Okay.
And it was a clip from Mexican television. Okay. And for some reason, in the studio, they'd brought in a child, which is fine, and they'd brought in a lion.
Oh, God. It's like the crocodile story from last week, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. And the kid started crying, as you would do if you were 3 feet away from a lion.
I would.
And the lion got excited by its screams and literally attacked the child and started biting his feet whilst the guy handling the lion frankly tried to pull it off him while the mum was freaking out and while the fucking TV presenter was trying to do the show.
Oh my God.
What idiot.
What was going through the producer's minds where they're like,
let's have either a child or a lion.
Yeah.
Do not have them both, right?
No, what were they needed for? Obviously, you don't speak Mexican, so you don't know. But what scenario do you think?
Spanish, not Mexican. Okay. They speak Spanish in Mexico.
Oh.
Hey, I've got a sombrero in the studio. Okay, so
you haven't called me Juan once. You haven't called me Juan. One time you called me Juan,
and I never will. But it was such a bad booking error, I think.
But what scenario do you need a lion on TV and a child?
And a child.
Who's bigger? Obviously the lion.
Either that, or they had hoped that the lion would do that.
Maybe that kid's been misbehaving, and his mum was like, "Look, I'm going to teach you a lesson.
I'm going to scare you straight.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit you next to a fully grown lion." it was more like a cub, but like a pretty big cub. So like dog
just
size.
Get a cat.
So like dog size.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's going to be have its teeth and stuff.
A large dog. Oh yeah. And this kid was fucking terrified.
What happened to it at the end? Do you know?
I think that they cut to an advert break. As you would do if...
It'd be awkward if the first advert came up was the zoo or something, wasn't it?
The zoo, yeah. Was the Frosty cereal with the tiger mascot. Tony the tiger.
What was Terry the tiger?
Is it Terry? It's Tony.
No, it's Tony.
It's Tony.
Who
the fuck is Terry the tiger? What sort of knockoff...
The one that was,
What sort of knockoff Frosties have you been having?
Lidl's Frosted Flakes with Terry the... Tyrannosaurus Rex.
With Terry the tortoise. Anyway, alright. I'm going to go to a stag do next year.
Okay.
For the dear friend and friend of the show, Tom Churchyard, who has actually been on the show. So, hi Tom, if you're listening.
Hi Tom.
Definitely not. In fact, I sort of hope that you aren't listening, because we are going to sort of discuss what we want to do to you on the stag do.
Well, I'm not invited, so do what you like.
Yeah, what?
I'm not invited to this stag do, am I? So.
Why would you be? You don't know him.
No.
Anyway.
Where are you going?
I don't know. I'm not the best man. All right, our friend Ashley.
I know Ashley. Yeah, I know him.
Yeah,
I know his little brother. Anyway, carry on.
Anyway, he's the best man, and he was asking my advice for the stag do. Obviously, I am a sesh legend, so it makes sense that you want to have someone with some seshing experience plan the stag do. And we came up with an idea where we'd first blindfold Tom at the start of the evening. He would be assuming that we've booked like a stripper or something, all right? And what we do is that we like lead in a dwarf, and then we handcuff.
So you just lead in yourself? But
I thought, you know what? I'd hope that you'd be the one co-host who doesn't make a joke about my height. I'm not even that fucking anyway. You know what? I'm not even going to rise to it. Anyway, we would lead in a dwarf and would handcuff the dwarf to him, and then he'd have to.
That's
go
a thing, isn't it? If you can go on like dwarf booking websites. I guess.
Well, fortunately, because I know quite a few dwarfs through my powerlifting club.
Yes.
I've got a friend who's a dwarf, and he sounds well up for it. But also, because I'm pretty sure that he had done something. No, because he's got a mankini as well.
Oh wow!
So we're thinking if we handcuff Tom to a dwarf dressed in a mankini at the start of the night.
And do what we need to do? Handcuff a blow-up doll to the other arm.
So he can't even hold any drinks.
No, so he's either way. He either has to pick up a dwarf to have a drink, or like pick up a
blow-up doll.
You get an inflatable doll, but still be quite funny. They like whacks him in the face every time he tries to take a sip of his drink.
A tit in the face.
Yeah,
from either the dwarf or the blow-up doll. And that's
a good idea. Where are you going? Out in Felixstowe or? Further afield.
They said originally that we'd go to Amsterdam, but I don't think that's
definitely further afield.
I don't think. Well, I'm not entirely sure if that's the plan anymore. It could be like more local, like Norwich or something, which I do quite like because that is a good night out in Norwich.
I went on a night out in Norwich and got punched in the face for saying Merry Christmas to someone. It was January at the time.
That's why they punched you in the face.
Yeah. So I haven't been back since.
Did you deserve it?
Well, if someone came up to you and said, sort of, it was like we walked past each other, we sort of accidentally knocked shoulders and, oh, sorry, Merry Christmas. You would punch them, wouldn't you? You would. I wouldn't. I'd run away.
You'd be like, guys, this is too stressful for me.
Oh. So, Norwich is fun, though. Norwich is really fun.
Norwich is good. Jason, we're going to end the show with a little segment I like to call Catter's Comment Corner. So we're going to pause while we are editing the theme tune.
90 degrees, that's a corner. Type of setting, that's a corner. Hurt your enemy, that's a corner. Catter's Comment Corner. That's the real corner.
Okay, good. So basically, I've just found some Facebook comments, some cringy and or stupid Facebook comments that I thought would be amusing. Are you aware of the Felixstowe's people page? Stop pissing around with the microphone wires. You know what? That's probably what caused the audio issues last time. Don't piss around with them.
Sorry,
anyway.
Sorry. Yes, I am aware of it. I often advertise.
And you're aware that it's really cringy.
The best one, the other one, the Felixstowe Residence page. I got banned from the Felixstowe Residence page.
Oh, really?
For advertising my business too much, advertising my company too much. You're only allowed to post in there once a month. I followed that rule. Then they kicked me because I don't know why, and I'm currently on an ongoing feud with that group. So I'm banned from one of them for posting in the group.
That's so rock and roll.
Yeah. That's
anyway, most of those groups are just full of people like whinging and hand posting pictures of like sunsets and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got that one person who thinks they're a photographer.
Correct. Now, this person is obviously sick of all of this, so she's gone on a bit of a rant.
Was it you?
No, it's called he is called Stevie. Now, the first paragraph of this, it's all in caps, and each word is then separated by a hand clapping emoji like that.
Oh, for God's sake!
So he says, "This page is not your personal Facebook page. Nobody gives a tiny rat's turd about your dog walk, your painting and decorating company, or anything that you can't put on your own page. It's boring, full stop. It's tedious, full stop. It's tiresome, full stop. It's beyond parody, exclamation mark. Use your own Facebook account. I hope this explains.
Is he an admin?
No. He's just an angry person.
If he's not banned, then I am. Then I don't understand what's going on there. Yeah, that group
he's just sick of it, really. I mean, he's just sick of having to...
I mean, I can understand why he's annoyed, but then also, that group is to talk about what's happening in Felixstowe. And if you've got someone posting saying, I run this business, I just want to... It's a good way of advertising to a wider market, because it's your whole community in one place.
Should we advertise our show on there?
Don't know, because they're mostly older people, don't they? And
That's
they get
correct,
really angry. You can. I'm not, because I'm
doing
banned.
You can't. Anyway,
Ridiculous. Stupid group. Yeah.
Moving on. This is a quote from Twitter. No, from Instagram, and I just thought it was quite amusing. It just says simply, having a podcast is this generation's lower back tattoo.
Oh,
which is
a tramp stamp.
Yeah.
Is it?
I don't know. Is it? I don't know, guys. Is it? Email in. Is having a podcast this generation's lower back tattoo?
Speaking of tattoos.
Am I a basic bitch for having a podcast?
Speaking of tattoos, you have a tribal tattoo.
And you've got a little flower on your arm. So
you've got a tribal tattoo.
Let's not talk about who's got shit tattoos.
Imagine you had a tribal tattoo as a tramp stamp doing a podcast. You'd be the worst kind of person, wouldn't you?
That hurts me on such an emotional level. Anyway, finally, there's this dog that has gone missing in Trimley.
Very sad story.
Very sad, yeah, called Rusty, which is a very sad story. Anyway, they are still trying to find him, and this guy who I have spoken about on the show before, called Ryan Gooding, who is a quote unquote psychic medium.
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah. Now he has posted a picture of the dog and says, guys, please share this. It's heartbreaking, with like a sort of heartbreak emotion.
He's your arch enemy, isn't he?
Yeah. But also, I would say, if you're a psychic, can't you find out where the dog is? So he's just admitting
I
there.
sense something.
I sense the dog is in a field, so just like clearly.
But if you're a psychic, then you should know where the dog is. You're
correct.
Use your special powers.
Yeah.
My friend went to him a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of months ago, way before he was on that program, and he paid him £30 to have a reading. And half an hour in, he was like, "I'm not sensing anything. I'm not sensing." And he does it in his garage, or his mate's garage, or something like that. He's converted a garage into a studio, like you converted his bedroom into a studio. And he was telling me that it was like half an hour in. He's like, "I can't sense anything. I can't get anything." And then my friend asked for a refund, which you'd expect.
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, I could do you another reading for free soon." It's like, well, no, because you've just wasted half an hour of my time.
And you can't sense anything.
Not sensing anything.
Why would it make any difference now?
So, yeah.
So he's definitely a wanker.
It's bollocks.
He is bollocks. Ryan Gooding, I'm fucking coming for you, mate.
But
anyway, on that,
I really hope you meet him one day. Let's get him a guest on the show. That would be hilarious. Like, email him and be like, "Look, hi Ryan, I'm really interested in how you work, and I really want to find out more. Would you please?
Should we get him to do like a sort
of
live reading?
Yeah, and like what we'll do is when he's here, we'll act all serious. Then we'll add another scene. We're like, listen to this bollocks segment that he's about to say. Like we'll do commentary on the session because you got another microphone here. Let's do it.
We do.
Let's do it. And let's do it when we're bevved up. That'd be hilarious.
Let's do it after you have drunk like half a bottle of something.
And then he'll be like, I sense a name. I sense Jason, and I'll just start crying. That's what will happen.
He's my dad. Anyway.
Yeah.
On that note, guys, I think we're going to leave it there. So, Jason, have you got any final parting words for the listeners?
I hope to see you again soon. Much love.
That's really creepy. I'll be seeing you real soon, outside your bedroom window.
Whenever you need me, I'll be there, watching.
Alright, guys. See you later.
Bye.
If you want more Sweet Connection in your life, you can find us on Podbean and iTunes and YouTube and Spotify. If you want to support the show, you can give us a 5-star rating or a thumbs up, or you can recommend the show to a friend. If you want to email in a question or a topic or just want to say hi, it's thesweetconnection@outlook.com. Massive thanks to CIPP for all our various jingles. Thank you for listening, and until next time, bye-bye.